I just pulled out the one specific to the land use as they are, as they do support the shift for more viable development, but the concern does remain of the removal of local services and the further travel for residents for services. So administration is recommending option 1, that council receives and considers all comments presented tonight during the public hearing for this bylaw. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Council, any questions of administration on the land use change? No? Just one, as reading the letter. Just to be clear, there's no change in the park space, open space?
Not as part of the land use bylaw amendment, no.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is there a speakers list? Sorry. No? Okay. No registered speakers. Is there anyone in the gallery that wishes to speak?
I apologize, Pam McKinnon with BNA Planning Group. Just here if you have any other questions of our team.
I think we covered it in the previous public hearing. Okay, thank you. No questions. Is there anyone else wish to speak for or against? No? Any other questions? Looks like we got it covered. Okay, we will move on. We'll close that one. And move to bylaw 24. Heritage Hill Stormpond dedication.
Right. Good evening, Mayor and members of Council. Tonight I am before you to present a public utility lot dedication bylaw for the community of Heritage Hills, that being Bylaw 24/2019, for its required public hearing. So as required, the public hearing was advertised on October 3rd and 10th versions of Municipal Matters. So this bylaw is essentially a cleanup bylaw. It is pertaining directly to the existing storm pond in Heritage Hills, located at the entrance of the community at the intersection of Heritage Gate and Heritage Drive. The pond was approved and constructed with the Phase 1 subdivision between the years of 2005 and 2007. Since that time, in more recent years, it has been the practice of town administration to have storm ponds identified as a public utility lot on the tentative plan of subdivision. So when you do it that way, then the public utility lot is automatically transferred in ownership to the town upon registration at land titles. As the Heritage Hills Pond was one of the earliest storm ponds constructed in Cochrane, it's not clear if there was an established process yet at that time when it came to ownership of the storm ponds. So as such, when the Phase 1 was registered, the pond parcel was simply registered as a regular lot and not as a public utility lot, and thus the ownership did stay with the developer. This was recently discovered, and the developer has requested that the town now takes over ownership of the pond, as is typical in every other community in town. In order to complete the transfer, administration is requesting through this bylaw before you tonight that the pond area be dedicated as a public utility lot, again, as is typical with other ponds in other communities. The town will also be entering into a land transfer agreement separately from this bylaw with the developer in order to complete the ownership transfer. So this is just a closer view of the storm pond in question. You can see the wet portion, and then there's a dry pond area on this part that fills when it is needed. This is just Schedule A from Bylaw 24, 2019, showing the pond parcel that is intended to be dedicated as the public utility lot through the bylaw adoption. And with that, administration is recommending the council does receive and consider all comments presented during the public hearing for Bylaw 24, 2019.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. Oh. No, okay, you caught me off guard there. Was there any questions before you sat down? Sorry. No, I'm just teasing you. Seeing none? Oh, see one, yeah. Councillor McFadden.
So I'm glad we caught this, and I certainly understand that as we grow and evolve and learn, we catch the gaps. One of the challenges I've often seen with the Stormpond is that, unlike others that have come online, which are more, they are still providing the utility of a Stormpond, but they're often designed more in a public amenity. They're more attractive to look at, whereas this one is very much a hole to collect water. Is there any way in this mechanism that we can find a way to upgrade that to make it more of a public amenity?
So through the chair, because the pond was constructed back in 2007, it would have had a maintenance period under the developer of about 2 years, which has since passed. The town has fully taken over maintenance of this pond completely. So going back to the developer at this point, to have any beautification done likely would not be able to happen. It would likely have to come from town funds if we were to do it.
All right, thanks for clearing that up for me.
Any other questions? No? Okay. Anyone in there? There's no speakers list. Is there anyone in the gallery that wishes to speak? No? All right, we will close that public hearing, take a 2-minute break, and then go into our regular council meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.